folks who killed folks. And yet the black mayor down there at Florida City is campaigning against stand your ground, and the ignoramus doesn't even know what it means. So it's just that kind of stupidity that gets us into a trick bag, because be careful what you ask for, you just might get it.
Yes. And a lot of us, Judge, we're asking for the wrong damn thing. We're asking for the thing that will actually validate and enrich the system in which we're under, instead of asking for the thing that will actually personally liberate us all.
Now, how you think we're going to get that? We ain't got no money.
Some of this stupid, emasculating feminist stuff. We had a set of laws, for example, that led to the stupid situation which came up with that castle doctrine. Okay, somebody breaks into somebody's home to burglarize it, all right? They slip and fall on the homeowner's staircase, so they sue the homeowner for damage.
Yes.
But they broke in there to burglarize place, which is one of the most awful situations you can think of. So somebody said, you break into somebody's house, you basically break into the house, it's not the homeowner, it's you, fool. So we're not going to let you sue the homeowner and put into all these things. You broke into dude's house, you got the consequences. That's castle doctrine. But this scoundrel, what's his name, Anderson Cooper, who doesn't like guns, put it up that the castle doctrine had to do with Trayvon getting executed by Zimmerman. No, that had nothing to do with it, because they weren't in a home.
Right. They were on the street.
The way it went down was Trayvon minding his own business.
Right.
He's walking down the street. Zimmerman charges up on him. That put Trayvon on notice, so he's got the right to self-defense. Somebody, an assailant, is attacking him. So when Trayvon and Zimmerman get to struggling, and then it's shown that Zimmerman has a pistol, Trayvon, under Florida law, had a right to take Zimmerman's life. So he started beating his head against the sidewalk, incapable of a further assault. So at that point in time, what really happened, it wasn't white supremacy that went down at the trial. It was that there's a high population of Cubans from that particular generation of Cuban immigrants to America that voted in the DA's race. DA wanted to keep his job, so it was a politics thing brought about not by white supremacy, but by political power of the Cubans in that district, which they have had a strong influence in for a long time. That's just exercise in power politics that we don't seem to understand. We're always begging somebody, and we don't vote collectively and effectively.
Right. We don't vote like, what's in it for me? What do I get out of it? Well, I'm going to take off my job, lose this money. What am I going to get? No, we vote for religion. We vote for...
black people just vote for the Democrat. The majority of black people, when they go and vote, they just vote Democrat. They don't even know nothing about the politicians or anything, because right now, if you compare the Democratic Party to the Republican Party, the only difference is the policies are the same, but Democrats hug a gay person. That's it.
But what's the policy? The policy is ensuring white supremacy.
Now, gay folks have the right under the First Amendment to get whatever they can get away with getting. But that doesn't mean it's good for us.
No.
Right. It's not.
And that's what I'm...
When's the last time you saw a Jewish rally? You know, oh, remember the Holocaust, and you saw a bunch of facts come out. Oh, we support fucking, the Jewish state.
But you know something... But
you don't see that.
But you know why they're able to do that?
Why?
Because they got resources. They got
wealth. They got
wealth. Everybody comes here and passes up black folks.
Because
everybody.
Judge, please, co-sign this statement I'm about ready to say or whatever. That's because there's been a systematic system in place to ensure that your grandfather, my grandfather, did not have the economic means to build wealth to send to us.
Right. It will take, if you take the average white person and you take the average black person, just for that average black person to get that same amount of wealth that average white person have, it would take them 280 years.
Well, let's
280 on the
There's
plainest
also
white, basic
another
white
thing
person.
going on in here too.
What's that, Judge?
You ever been to Jamaica, man?
No, sir. I want to go, man.
Yeah, man, it's me in, man. I've been here to open up my shop on St. Elizabeth Highway, man. I got to go down, man, and it's in there. I got to sell my merchandise, man. You see, so when you go see the guy's shop, it's made out of cardboard and tar paper, but he's selling stuff and he knows the bottom line on the cost of acquisition, distribution, his profit margins, and he's making money off of being a merchant. We don't understand that. You see, everybody comes to America with an understanding of that, and they make money. You get a Mexican family comes in, the extended family brings more people. There are 15 or 16 of them living in a 2-bedroom house, and they prosper. In 25 years later, they own some convenience stores and gas stations.
Yes, sir.
Now they're prospering, and they're starting to talk about sending their kids to college, or the kids joining the Marine Corps or the local police department to become citizens.
Yes.
And see, we've been here, but we do not discuss this at our dinner tables. We don't understand it because it's alien to us. We have not a clue. We sit around loudly talking about Jesus and what the preacher's been saying, pimping the people for their money for the collection plate. So we don't, not all preachers, but too many of them.
Yes.
Now, we've got a situation where we just don't get it. And see, a lot of us even say, damn, we used to have the thing about that's a common Negro, or don't act so common, or don't act like a low-class Negro.
Yes.
And, you know, when you're in a restaurant, you know, act like you've got some manners and teach your children something at home so they don't run around the restaurant acting crazy and getting out of hand. And we don't want to hear what you got to say on the other side of the restroom.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing, but keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Don't be
and
acting like you're drunk all of the time. White folks do it too, but there's a time and a place. You know, so it's like you living in a neighborhood and then you get a new couple moving in and they aren't so bad. They've got 1 or 2 kids, but then one of them's got a niece or a nephew who is out of control. So the other member of the family saying, can you let them stay with you to get them out of this area with a bad influence? I'm sure they come over, but the first thing they start doing is they got to bring their posse because there's good hunting over there. And all these folks got all of this stuff, all these things, and they don't even lock their doors. So now you start bringing in a crime wave.
Yes.
So, you know, a lot of times when we start identifying ourselves with a certain way of carrying ourselves,
the criminal
that
mentality
gets a pushback. They don't want that crap either. We don't want it.
No, and it's not like it's a law. It's a small minority.
I want to bring the point home. The other day, I did this web search of rap music, right? You know, songs about, you know, I killed a nigger, blah, 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 I killed a nigger, blah, blah, blah. And then I wanted to do a rap search, you know, instead of killing a nigger, I killed a cracker. Not one out there. Not one out there.
And then the other thing, that N-word, too. See, that didn't start with young men. That started with no good women of ill repute who were having babies to get a bigger check.
Yes, sir.
And they started calling their little son, 2, 3 years old, the N-word, no good N dad is, damn, you just like him.
Preach it.
You saw a good illustration of it with Boys in the Hood that
Oh,
John
yeah.
Anderson came out with. You saw how that went
Mhm.
down, and then the boys start hearing themselves called that. They start calling each other dogs because they hear their mothers say, "All men ain't nothing but dogs, honey. I hear you, every last one of them, they dogs."
Mm.
So that's how they start calling themselves, and now it's gotten to be, part of the language. Everybody,
culture.
my man, my in this, in that, and they start thinking of themselves that way, but still a pejorative. It's an insult. And
Exactly.
you calling yourself a bloody damn insult when it ought to be something fighting words where you take somebody's head off and
Yes.
use it.
Yes.
But we got to go around and we call us that because our stupid mamas used the word because they didn't like what we were.
Right.
See, part of this big equation is that we've got to do something about this matriarchy because the black woman has been the main key to imposing slavery and second-class citizenship throughout this country's history. She taught her children to put up with this. She wanted to protect them from the consequences of acting like men so they didn't get killed.
Right.
But yet she wound up being the instrument that caused the endurance of this kind of thing. So she's got to learn her lesson and say we didn't do it right. Spartan mothers were real mothers. They told their sons to come back with your shields or on them. In other words, do or die. Don't
Yes.
run.
Yes.
But sit up there and tell them to learn to shuffle their feet and look down at the sidewalk and step off the sidewalk when white folk come in and all kinds of things like that. Where do you think we got this from?
Yes.
They didn't let the black man have any input much into child raising.
You get that.
Yeah, so there is this thing where black men do run away from being parents, but then again, so do white ones. And by the way, the myth is wrong that they have out there about how bad we are. Every year in judicial conferences, we'd have to take 16 unit hours every year. When I was a judge, starting 3 decades ago, and every year we get into statistics. Which ethnic group pays its child support
Yes.
most regularly and reliably? It's black men. But that's the exact opposite of the myth. It makes us the worst in the myth.
Right. Listen, Judge,
I talk better than any other ethnic group.
I talked to an FBI.
Charlatans like that clown Obama getting up back in 2008 when he was campaigning. He was in front of a mostly white audience in downtown Chicago on Father's Day saying, "My black brothers, we have to do better. We are the worst when it comes to paying child support." That's when Jesse Jackson muttered he needs his balls cut off on that open mic because he knew that he was lying.
Obama said that.
Yeah, he said that. See, that's what provoked that saying. He might have been just in his ignorance. He had no connection to it. He didn't get to see mainland America until he was in his early 20s and didn't get into the hood the first time, other than driving through on a taxi or a limo from the airport until he was in his late 20s.
Oh, my God. Yeah, folks.
So he doesn't know what the hell's going on. But see, he's part of that whole thing, too.
Right.
But we buy into anything on appearance rather than substance.
Yes.
That's why the majority of black people that voted for Hillary.
Well, Judge, I was about to say, I talked to a FBI contractor. He does cyber.
Wait, I want to say something else about that before you do it.
Okay.
He was running against McCain. Now, it was a question of we were voting for a good black brother versus a white boy.
Right.
But, you have to deal with who does a man leave his legacy to.
Mm-hmm.
So the interesting thing is McCain has some grandchildren. But guess what? The grandchildren are half black.
What?
So what is he going to leave his legacy to? We had somebody who was more likely to do something for us on the theory of doing something for his grandchildren
Wow.
than the person we actually actually got in there because he looked like it.
That's
But
the first time I ever heard that.
His sons were naval officers. But while they were in the Navy, they met and married black women. So that means that you got black grandchildren.
Wow, I never heard that. I never heard that,
He
Judge.
didn't put it out. But the bottom line is it's true. So it was tit for tat. You got a half black somebody who's got an American white woman for a mama, who has grandparents, grandfathers who fought for the American Confederacy to preserve slavery, and you got an African dad. But you don't have anybody who has black American.
Yes.
You don't have any mamas. You don't have any daddies, grandparents who had to put up with being black in America, segregation, Jim Crow, all the Reconstruction crap. You have nobody in your family.
I understand.
But what happened was he had a white mama and an African dad. But you got somebody running against him who's got grandchildren in the same situation. The grandfather has 2 black daughter-in-laws. You see what I'm saying?
I see it.
Put yourself in the position. You ain't going to discriminate against your beloved grandchildren.
You're right. You're right,
see,
Judge.
we didn't pay attention to that, so we got the chance to get a brother. Appearances, more power to him, I guess. But the bottom line is he didn't do a damn thing for us when he was in there.
Exactly.
Was.
Unless you were gay.
Allen for some personal reasons, but he's right about him pulling the covers off. I've been saying Obama was not a damn thing, but just a front-off job for us.
Yes, but you
got anything but white inside, an Oreo cookie.
Yeah, but you got people right to this day. You got black people right to this day will say he was a good president.
And did what?
Well, you tell me. I don't know, but I'm just. I know he didn't do nothing.
Like Trump being an embarrassment when you sit there and haven't said anything against St. Ron Reagan.
Yeah, I just think black people. I just think we're in like a dire situation as a group, and it's not. And from some of the people I've talked to, I don't think everybody is all. It's some brothers out here that really knows what's going on.
Yeah,
and down, but when you got generation upon generation upon generation of black women being raised by single black women that are bitter broads, and then that culture just gets passed down to where that black woman wouldn't be able to identify a good brother if he slapped her in the face with a pile of bricks.
Yeah, like for example, all this up and on stuff with some white preacher called Oprah the Antichrist.
She is to the black community.
What's your problem? You know, well, that's our Oprah. That's your Oprah? What did she do for you? Was she a black billionaire? Yeah, Roger King made her that way.
Right.
Roger King's daddy started television syndication. The Little Rascals, the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, all of these cartoons we used to watch on television, that was Roger King Sr. Roger King Jr. was a football player, big 6 foot 5 inch tall, burly white boy.
Damn.
Badass, drunk a lot of whiskey. He and I got along fine. He recruited Oprah after auditioning her, and he said he wanted a poster child for ugly, stay-at-home female America. And Oprah was as good as it got for that. And he made sure she was a rich woman, and he handled all her finances. She started going downhill when he died suddenly at 69 of a heart attack. And he discovered Oprah, and he was the one that CBS wound up giving him a division with me in it, Judy in it, Dr. Phil in it, and Oprah. And Roger King liked me. And by the time, you know, the last 4 years came around to the show, I was beating Field every day, and I was beating Oprah every day in the race, except every now and then when she had a tearjerker, she do okay. And I was kicking, bumping Judy's behind, but they didn't want a black man beating
Right.
Jewish prince. So that wasn't going to happen. They kept changing the ratings. But Roger King made Oprah. But we got that thing in there, and what was he making on? He just said, well, to be frank, it was just feminist tendency. They wanted to cry rather than to get solutions. They wanted somebody who could feel them rather than solving their problems.
Yes.
You know, that's that book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. And they weren't interested in solving stuff. So I gave them somebody that could make them cry on notice. You know, and all that stuff was worked out. Got great ratings, and I made her a very wealthy woman.
You know, Judge,
we don't even realize that.
And that Hollywood thing.
OWN right now, you walk into OWN right now. She sold it, by the way, recently. But until she sold it, you walked into OWN. You see one little tight leg pants wearing little gay boy, black, prancing around as a file clerk, and 2 or 3 little bald-headed black lesbians in there, young, 20-something. And then everybody else working up in that who was in charge of something was a 40, 50, or 60-year-old white lesbian.
Oh, God.
And you see, when they never portray in these shows and stuff, they never portray black men in a positive, masculine role. We either the criminals or we some gay dude.
That was by design.
Yeah.
And Roger King apologized to me for that.
Wow. How did he do that, Judge?
What?
How did he apologize to you?
I'm sitting at the head table at a function with him in Manhattan, and he's asking me to do him the personal favor of explaining to his daughters why all of the men they run into are such pussies.
Oh. No way.
Yeah. It's like, Judge, Daddy said I can talk to you. Go right ahead. He said I can be candid with you, etc. Go right ahead, etc., etc. Do I look ugly? You look like a movie star, which he did. I'm not broke. Yeah, you're a very rich young woman. Your dad is a billionaire. Well, I'm working on my PhD. I know, and you aren't but 24 years old, so you're smart. Well, Judge, how come I can't find an eligible bachelor? Every man I run into is like one of my girlfriends with a dick.
Oh.
And I'm breaking it down to her. And he got up on that particular occasion. He'd been drinking some of that Jack. He said, that Judy's an ugly woman, but I like me some Judge Joe Brown. He said he scares me. If I ever got in front of him, he'd be kicking my white honky ass from left to right. He said, I like Judge Joe Brown. He a man.
Right. And that's why I like you, sir. You're a man. You're a real man. You don't compromise. You don't fucking puss out. Dude, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but man, Judge, you are such a credit to masculinity. You really are. You know, there's so many pussies out in this motherfucker, and you're a real man. And I want to tell you personally, thank you, sir. Just thank you for not, being a...
When I grew up, I had grandfathers as examples. My old man, hey, I like my daddy better than I like my mama. My mama wasn't bad. My mama would always tell me, you need to act like a man, boy. There's no compromise.
There you go.
You can't compromise on being a man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
a 24-hour-a-day job.
Yes, it is. It is.
It's like my grandfather on my mother's side was an interesting person. He lived to be about 100. He was actually born before the Civil War, but his daddy wasn't a slave, but my grandfather was jet black, if you can think of the complexion. that way.
Mm.
His father was Nigerian, a Yoruba district sub-chieftain who got kidnapped after the slave trade. So he was contraband, and when they found that out, they had to set him free, but they made him pay the master back to pay purchase price. But see, my grandfather wound up being a physician.
Wow.
He and Alex Healy's grandfather practiced medicine together for years up as partners in Jackson, Tennessee. But my grandfather and another great uncle murdered two deputy sheriffs in retaliation for lynching another one of their brothers and some other black men.
Wow.
Flat out ambushed them and shot them dead.
Mm. Mm.
But see,
They were soldiers.
Leave up out of Shreveport, Louisiana, and put up with the fiction that they were from Mississippi. But you know, that was the way he wrote. So you know,
so you come from ass-kicking people.
He didn't have any compunction about taking the lives of two racists, and I hear from what he left me in his writings even more than that. There was more than one Klan number that they jacked up and did in. But
Wow.
you see, that's what was in the household. So with everybody, you act like a man.
Yes, sir.
Don't come up with this excuse about you can't do this, that,
yes,
because of white people. You can.
Yes.
It's your job to do.
Yes.
That's
the only way to do it is you educate yourself, because those are magic books. And you know, that is the big tragedy. I see all of these brothers running around, all these sisters bitching about what and moaning about what they can't have when the key was education. Unfortunately, they blew the opportunity to get the free part of the education when they were kids. Nobody got them to think that way.
Yes.
But it was there for them. That's what I did. I took advantage of the education when I was a kid coming up, and I got backed up on that at home. So it's like, yeah, I got the foundation. I can do what I do.
Yes.
If somebody put manhood in my soul, then I got the means and the motivation.
Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. More of him who have the opportunity and they grasp it. You know, sir.
First thing, I got taught to shoot when I was 6 or 7 years old. My dad said, you know, you're going to need to learn how to do this in your lifetime.
Sir.
It may be something that's very important, so I'm going to teach you right now. And you can remember my words, and I did years later.
Yes.
It would be something very important in your lifetime. So both of my boys learned how to shoot before they were 7 or 8 years old.
Yes.
And, you know, it is what it is. Like if you're going to be a man, you need to learn all of these man things.
Yes. And use the tools of manhood. You know, Judge, please, real quick for the new listeners, what firearms do you recommend every man, woman, and child have?
Yeah, you need a military-grade pistol.
Mm-hmm.
You need a short-barrel 12-gauge shotgun.
Yes.
Probably the best out there are the Mossberg 500, 590 series. And you need a military-grade carbine. An M4 clone that's 5.56 or 2.23 is the same, basically. There's some subtle differences, but you need one of these lookalikes to the military edition.
Right.
They're not assault rifles, because an assault rifle is machine gun. And you have to go through all kinds of federal things to get a machine gun. But you need a semi-automatic, military-grade carbine, a 12-gauge pump shotgun, and a military-grade pistol, 9mm 357 SIG, 40 Smith & Wesson, or 45 ACP. 380 Super works fine, and some other ones do also, but the ammunition doesn't come common. So you might get done well with a 357 revolver. You can shoot 38s out of, but you need a 9mm 357, 40 or 45 pistol, and you need to learn how to
sir.
You need to go take some money
Yes.
and buy you a 500 round case of pistol ammo. You need to buy you at least 200 or 300 rounds of double off buckshot for your 12 gauge.
Yes.
And you need to at least have 1,000 rounds of 5.56 ammo. And you need to spend that money to acquire the ammo and to practice with the thing. Don't buy suits. Don't buy any damn $180 tennis shoes.
Right.
You 3 pair of those, you can get yourself a damn fine pistol. What should you get? Beretta. You can get a Glock. You can get an H&K. You can get a Sig Sauer. You will do well to get that. The new pistol that the military has adopted, the Sig 320, you can find those for somewhere around $500. And if you can get them in your state. Some states like California won't let you get them.
Right.
Don't know why.
Because they're liberal scumbag states that, you know.
Yeah, just idiots.
Yes.
It's like they look too frightening. Like, God damn, you supposed to be scared? Because it looks too intimidating, but this one over here that'll do the same thing, it doesn't look intimidating, so that's all right.
Yes.
Rank stupidity and feminism.
Yes. Listen, folks, what Judge is talking about is the God's honest truth. All these people talking about living in the now. Fool, live in the now. Understand what's happening now.
You will get killed
if you don't prepare. Seriously, it's already inevitability. But we're trying to give you.
Go to the range. Go to the gun shop. Dress up.
Yes.
Look clean.
Yes.
Get your equipment. Become a regular so they know who you are.
Yes.
And go practice, 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 practice.
Yes. Yes. Because this is a skill, folks. No one comes out the womb knowing how to shoot, knowing how to do Kentucky lead, knowing how to do what you got to do. The judge is absolutely 10,000% right. You stop with the damn shoes. Stop with the damn fancy clothes. Stop with the stupid fancy car. That will mean nothing. Nothing when the rubber hits the road.
I used to just, Lonnie Brown, can I borrow a pistol? Why? I just bought 2 new suits. Somebody trying to burglarize out, sell one of the damn suits and buy you a gun.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Buy a little bit less expensive clothes, get your pistol.
Yeah, listen, guns are not scary. They will not hurt you if they're unloaded. And loaded, they will only hurt you if you're at the other business end of it.
They'll always treat them like they're loaded.
Yes.
But they're dangerous, and just like knives, they can injure you if you let your attention slip.
Yes, sir.
But start off with a pistol, then get your 12 gauge, and then get your carbine. I might skip the shotgun and go directly to carbine because they keep trying to cut these things off in various places. Buy yourself at least 5 or 10 30-round magazines.
Yes. And why do you want those extra capacity magazines, Judge?
Well, you're going to fight with it if you need it, so that's what you can use to fight with. We're not being nice.
Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. This is the truth, folks. This is your survival. And your people, your genetic
and
gene.
If you look like you're not going to survive, be very dangerous and wicked when they take you out, so they will be reluctant to go get the next somebody.
There you go. That's what you're talking about. Dimebag's always talking about being ready to die for the cause. And the judge...
You know why they treat these white folk who walk down the street with something slung over their shoulder different than they do us, is because they believe those white folk will use them.
That's the truth.
They will use them.
I'm not advocating being lawless. I'm just saying be a man and, don't make it an easy thing to get taken out.
Yeah.
Right. You know, seriously, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself and what you're about, you know, what so-called race you belong to. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, be prideful in what you are and what you're about. But the deal is nowadays, so many people are playing the shadow role. You don't know what they're about, what they're truly, you know, desire, the end game with them. And that's why they try to get other people who are naive in a trick bag.
Yeah, it's like I'm not advocating going out, gunning down police or anything like that.
Right.
I'm talking about being a peaceful man.
Right.
But you can't be peaceful if you do not have the means to enforce your peace. And then there is this deterrent factor. Why do you think the United States and the Soviet Union for all of those years were armed to the teeth, but to keep everybody peaceful?
Is what's called MAD, mutually insured destruction. MAD.
Yeah, mutually assured destruction.
You know?
But the bottom line was, is even when they aren't going to blow each other up, they still have a deterrent force because the militaries are kept basically equal.
Yes.
Within the circumstances where they're likely to meet.
Yes. You know,
they haven't met over the years. They've done it by proxy through third world situations, but, you know, hey, everybody is still holding down.
This is what I've heard from a person I talked to off camera, was that Russia and America has always been friends. They always been about the same shit. And at the end of the day, they would actually unite with each other to suppress China in case the yellow man tries to get out of line.
I mean, the yellow man made an end run. He wound up getting all the money.
Yes.
So they can't do that now. So now they sort of put him in an uneasy triumvirate.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
All this stuff is just to keep the peasants happy. This Democratic Republican nonsense is just to keep the peasants happy.
Yes.
They got stuff for the rank and file Republican and stuff for the rank and file Democrat. And the upper echelons of both parties are about gay business.
Yes.
And the business of high finance and big entities.
Yes.
That's why when you ask a lot of these black politicians, when you heard when they lay out their policies, they never have like a black agenda.
No,
they'll have an agenda for everybody else, but they will never have a black agenda, because they know basically black people they actually going to vote for them regardless, so they don't have to offer them anything.
Yes,
and they got a gay agenda.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they got a hidden agenda for Goldman Sachs.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Exxon, but, you know, BP, like Obama did, but they don't have any agenda for the people that vote for them.
No.
Look at their voting records and they haven't given you anything, but they got a lot of stuff for LGBTQ.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. And where are these people at?
That's because the unifying thing really behind the scenes on politics, as these folk are literally in bed with each other.
Yes. And no, echoing what Judge said, literally in bed. It's not metaphysical. They're jizzing on one another. And I'm going to be literal. So if you have kids, send them on. But, you know, this is too real, adults. We're talking to you guys now. We need your support and we need your energy to make this thing.
To break the rules.
Yes. You know, I mean, a lot of people are breaking rules in ignorance. This thing's going to collapse. We're $21 trillion in debt. Judge, $21 trillion. That means every pair of sneakers, every piece of paper, pen in America, if we was to sell it, it would not cover that debt, sir.
No, and it's owed basically to the People's Republic of China.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, see, it's another thing. It's a disgrace, but the People's Republic of China causes our stock exchanges to be stable because we aren't rational about what we do. We're so off into making money, we lose track of the big picture.
Yes.
So the People's Republic has to stabilize our currency and our stock exchanges. In fact, they stabilize all of the stock exchanges around the world. So when you
Yes.
start talking about Trump having, sit through with the Chinese, realize the real deal is they own us.
What did you say, Judge?
They own us.
There you go.
That's the reality, guys. That's why they have hog confinements in Iowa. Contaminating our underground aquifer that feeds all the other states south of Iowa. That's why, all the pig shit is in the air and the ground. That's why they're taking out the Great Lakes water through Nestle.
Nestle.
Or Nestle or whatever. The deal is, guys, and I'm talking to the young people. You old fucks, fuck y'all. Y'all had your time, you're done. But the young people coming up, hear our words. Internalize these words. But operate smartly. Unfortunately, we're in the age of infiltration. You have to be an infiltrator to see what's going on. And then get with other ones, and we can effect a change. Truly, we can.
See, there's another thing going on, too. The People's Republic of China has gotten down. We have this new thing about, we keep talking about you. It's like fighter planes. In World War II, when everything was based on Mark 1 eyeball and reflexes, the fighter pilots tended to be early 20s, and the colonels were 24, 25 years old.
Wow.
Nowadays, that these same fighter aircraft have got faster, more complex. The hotshot fighter types are in their 40s, early 50s.
Wow.
Why? Because it takes so long to use all of that technology and to have the experience of what happens when you do what follows.
Yes.
So now, those are the hot fighter pilots. They are mature men who know how to use what they have. Bomber pilots used to be in their 20s, and now they're in their 30s and 40s. Because the machine is so damn complex, it takes a while to learn them. That's the same thing with this society. It is complex. It needs a long time to get a handle on what makes it work.
Yes. Yes,
and then
it does.
you have to have the experience of having manipulated. So we keep looking for new food, and we want useful this and useful that, and we get folks that frankly don't know shit. And the problem is, you put them in a position where they're trying to learn what they should have learned before they even ran for the office, but they don't learn until they got a year and a half left in their term.
Does that go back, Judge, to where if you choose A or choice B, you're still doing what the system wants you to do?
Yeah. You have to be able to think outside the box. And in order to think outside of the box, you got to learn what the box is.
Yes. Yes, you do.
You got to know the rules to break the rules.
Yes. A lot of people are breaking rules in ignorance, Seriously, all across the board. Yes. And that ignorance will not protect you in a court of law. But the reality is, if you know the rules and you're cognitively aware of breaking them, then you're breaking them for an end goal. You're doing something that will outlast you.
And see, it isn't necessarily whether it'll protect you in the law, is whether it'll protect you in life.
Yes! Judge, please, could you tell the people the difference between law and life?
The law is supposed to reflect and regulate life, but life is interesting. It's been said about life and experience. Experience is a bitch of a teacher because it often gives the exam before it gives the lesson.
Right. Damn. That's true. Listen, people. That is true.
And basically one thing we tend to forget, a lot of what life is about is stuff that will eat your ass up for lunch
Mm.
and shit you out so it's got room for the next day's breakfast.
Mm.
You know it.
Mm. Mm. And that's what so many of us find ourselves in, Judge. And they're too oblivious to see that they're in the trap already.
See, that's what the feminist stuff does. See, feminism can operate when it's got an island of safety.
Yes.
And in the 20th century, the latter part of the 20th century, there were islands of safety in certain parts of the world where, with the use of a certain amount of drugs, a person could avoid physical danger and be safe and have the opportunity to do foolish shit.
Yes.
And they did.
In abundance.
People say, I have a right to be safe. No, you don't. You live on the planet Earth.
Yes.
The Earth can get hit by an asteroid, meteorite, a comet, and look what happened to the dinosaurs.
Done.
The lightning bolt that was over there could be right where you have to be, and bang, you're done in. There are tsunamis, there are floods, there are droughts,
Yes.
there's famine,
Yes.
there are earthquakes,
Yes.
volcanic activity,
Yes, sir.
there are cyclones,
Yep.
hurricanes, typhoons,
Yes.
all kinds of stuff can wipe you out. And it's not straight being on Earth.
It's not.
If you are alive, you are in a dangerous condition.
Yes.
There's stuff out there that can eat you, that will eat you.
Yes.
They've had, I think, 25 people killed in Los Angeles County over the last 2 decades by mountain lions.
Holy shit.
You know, so all kinds of stuff out there. Every now and then, somebody out there playing nice little surfer ones in the smile. They Cacharodon, or great white shark is commonly known.
Get chomped up.
On it, but you know, you get jacked up. Take some exploratory bite to see
Exploratory bite.
They got nibble at first or something you never tried. See if you like it.
I mean, have you seen that video that's going around of Deep Blue?
No.
That 20-foot long female great white that every now and then puts in an appearance. That huge thing looks like something out of Jaws, for real.
Oh shit. And she eats people?
No, just they've got the video clip is there in a cage, a large cage, and this thing is making the cage look like a toy.
Holy shit.
It's a real live monster, and every now and then it shows back up, but they've got other ones out there.
I mean, is she on the scale of, say, a man?
And this concludes part 2. Stay tuned.